The sun was just rising as the kingdom of Zazzau prepared for a defining moment. A heavy mist swirled around the trees and hills like a breath of uncertainty. Nala, older and wiser, stood on the palace balcony, scanning the plains where her next great battle would unfold. The cool morning air brushed her skin, but her heart beat with anticipation and responsibility. Her father, once a powerful king, lay bedridden, leaving the kingdom in her hands. No longer the wide-eyed girl, Nal had trained for this moment and earned her people's respect. Today she would prove herself as a leader. As the first light pierced the mist, Nal steeled herself. The fate of Zazzau rested on her shoulders, and she was ready. Below, the warriors of Zazzau gathered like an unstoppable force, their armor gleaming in the soft dawn light. Anticipation thickened the air. Restless horses snorted, their riders whispering words of reassurance. Soldiers secured their shields, tested their blades, and prepared their bows. The battlefield stretched ahead, waiting. Now descended the palace steps, each movement deliberate. The weight of her kingdom pressed on her, but her face remained calm, chin high, masking her racing heart. Her black stallion, Bakar, waited, muscles rippling beneath his gleaming coat. Nal mounted with ease, gripping the reins tightly. As she rode to the front, every eye turned to her. This was her moment.
Warriors of Zazzau. Today we fight for our kingdom, our families, and our future. The invaders from the north seek to conquer us, to take what is ours. But they do not know our strength, our unity. Together we are unstoppable.
The soldiers erupted in a thunderous cheer, fists thrust into the air like spears aimed at the heavens. Their battle cry echoed through the hills, reverberating off distant peaks, and for a moment it felt as though the earth trembled. The air buzzed with unity, a wave of determination surging through the ranks. Now sat tall on Bakar, her heart swelling with pride and purpose. The fire of their loyalty burned within her, fueling the courage she needed. These soldiers were more than an army. They were her people, ready to fight for Zazzau. As their cheers faded, Nal felt the weight of the moment and her unshakable resolve to lead them to victory. The plains stretched endlessly before them, golden grasses swaying as the morning sun climbed higher. The horizon shimmered in the heat, but Nal's focus remained sharp. In the distance, the northern invaders lined up like a shadowed wall of steel, their armor glinting in silver and grey. Their dark banners fluttered ominously against the pale sky, signaling their intent to take what wasn't theirs. Nal's eyes narrowed, scanning their positions, calculating vulnerable spots. Her strategy formed quickly. With a swift signal, Nala advanced her army. The ground rumbled as warriors surged forward, their synchronized steps growing into a roar. Moments later, the two forces clashed in a thunderous battle. The fight had begun. Though she had spent years training, honing her skills, and mastering the art of war, nothing could have truly prepared now for the raw intensity of real battle. The deafening sounds of clashing steel, the cries of warriors, and the overwhelming rush of adrenaline hit her all at once, but she did not falter. Her grip tightened on her spear, her movements precise and controlled. Every step was deliberate, every strike measured. In the heart of the chaos, Nao's mind remained sharp. She read the battlefield like a chessboard, making split-second decisions that turned the tide in her army's favor. Her soldiers followed her lead, trusting in her guidance as she weaved them through the storm of battle. She moved with purpose, not just as a warrior, but as a leader who knew that brute strength alone was not enough to win the day. It was her wisdom, her ability to think 3 steps ahead that set her apart. Amidst the chaos, she commanded with grace, as if she had been born for this very moment. Amid the chaos of combat, Nal's sharp gaze locked onto her target, a towering figure at the heart of the enemy line. Dressed in battle-worn armor, the steel gleamed in the sunlight as if forged by fire. His longsword cut through the air with deadly precision, each movement deliberate and terrifyingly smooth, like a dance he had performed countless times. Soldiers instinctively parted around him, his mere presence commanding respect and fear. Nal's heart quickened, but she didn't hesitate. This was the enemy commander, the key to victory. Gripping her spear tightly, she prepared to face him, knowing this moment would define her people's fate.
So, the little princess comes to fight.
Nal's grip tightened on her spear, but her voice remained steady.
I am no mere princess. I am the warrior of Zazzau.
The enemy commander fell to his knees, breath ragged, his fierce eyes wide with disbelief. His sword, symbol of his power, lay in the dust. Nal stood over him, spear raised, its sharp point gleaming. Every muscle was tense, ready to deliver the final blow. The battlefield seemed to fade into silence. As Nal gazed into his eyes, she saw not just a foe, but a warrior like herself, worn with exhaustion and defeat. Her mother's words echoed, "Strength lies in the heart that shows mercy." Slowly, Nal lowered her spear, realizing mercy could be the greatest victory.
Go! Return to your people and tell them Zazzau will not fall. But this battle does not need to claim more lives.
The commander looked up, stunned, his chest heaving as he struggled to grasp the mercy offered. His gaze held hers, filled with disbelief and reluctant respect. Slowly he nodded, his hardened expression softening in defeat. With effort, the commander rose, casting a final glance at Nal before retreating into his soldiers. Lars, who parted for him, their eyes following his every step. Nal stood tall, watching him disappear, her spear lowered. She had won more than just a battle. She earned respect through her character. As the dust settled, Nal realized wisdom and mercy were as vital to a ruler as any weapon. His words ended with the stillness of the room. The kingdom's warriors cheered as the enemy shattering the fragile spirit soaring in triumph between them. Now, still atop her horse, she had braced herself for this moment, her chest rising, preparing and falling for what felt inevitable. The impact still struck her like a returning to the palace. The people of Zazzau gathered to welcome her. Now filled with celebration, and she blinked back through flowers. Children waved palm branches, her vision blurring momentarily. Every fiber of her smiled, urged her by their admiration, under the weight of responsibility. But she fought to remain steady. As she rode, standing tall, her mind in the presence of the man who had once taught her what it meant to be strong.